Hey, friends, welcome into another edition of 4 Minutes on Friday. Was reminded about something that is certainly a part of my story growing up, and this will probably resonate with you too, because I don't think this is unique to any individual. I think this is a human thing. The idea of being talked into doing something dumb. Um, I know that has certainly that has happened for me when I was a kid, but even as an adult, sometimes am tempted to or engage in something that is dumb, something that I know is probably a bad idea, and yet am convinced, maybe by others or even by myself, into doing a dumb thing. The converse of being talked into a dumb thing is the discipline of being in the right places and doing the right things at the right moments. Um, and in thinking about all of these things, just the realization that sometimes that can be very lonely. That can be lonely to do the right thing at the right moment. If everybody is going along in a certain direction and you are holding fast to something that a principle or a way of living that you're like, okay, I can't be who I am. I can't be honest and true to who I am and do that thing. And so I'm not going to do that thing. I'm going to remain true to who I am. I'm going to hold to the principles, to the character that has been developed. And so choosing the right thing at the right moment, that can be lonely at times. I often think of, especially having spent 12 years doing student ministry, this is a major struggle for students in trying to figure out their identity, their place in the world that they live in, the school athletics, competition, social media, all that stuff. Trying to figure out your place in all of that is extraordinarily difficult as a student. And I have some bad news for you if you're a student watching this or listening to it. That doesn't entirely go away as an adult. It is always semi-present, the place to belong, a place that you feel like you fit in and connect, and trying to establish that, trying to figure out who you are. So the cost of choosing the right thing, the thing that keeps you honest, the thing that keeps you connected to who you are. And for me, as a Christ follower, being connected to the way that I feel like God has made me, what He's created me to do, who He's created me to be. This can be difficult, and sometimes it requires us to go alone. Sometimes it requires us to do something that feels like isolation, feels like we are isolated, that we're by ourselves. And that is also the development of the character inside of us, to do something even though we know that it maybe makes us stand out or separates us from a group of individuals or a situation. So I think it is worth noting, it is important to acknowledge that you are not by yourself. When you choose the right way, when you refuse to be talked into a dumb thing, when you take a stand, and maybe it costs you some friends, maybe it costs you some social clout. Those things are certainly true. They happen every day. But you are not by yourself in that. That character development, that integrity, is extraordinarily important. And it is something that will resonate with people. And you now have, I don't like to use these terms, but maybe there's not a better way to say it. You've elevated your integrity to a place where other people recognize who you are, what you're made of, the kind of person that you are. So if that is a place that you are struggling today, if you are feeling isolated and alone because of decisions that you've made to stand on integrity and not go along with the dumb thing that everyone seems to be talking one another into, just understand you're not alone. Be encouraged. There are great rewards for those that stand on integrity. All right, see you next week.